showing some aggression here.
It'll probably be an alpha pick though for RRQ HOSHI.
Oh my god!
Wow!
What? And also super early Khalid as well. To be fair, they all won the matches that they played with the Khalid, but usually it's more of a second phase pick when all goes well in the draft. Oh, this is a very interesting draft.
Very quick too.
Just like that, Vixana picked up as well. Just in case RRQ dive in all together. A lot of ways for them to punish her with the I'm Offended, the Donor Wolf King, and the Eternal Guard. Also with the Tempest of Blades. Big combos for DEWA United. And technically, if you talk about macro, in theory, Ray on the lane can really outmaneuver anything RRQ can throw at them at this moment in time.
He got solo killed by Fabian on this lane, but that was Fabian. That's a different beast, right? This time, he's up against who Fabian thinks is the best jungler in the league, Sutsu Jin. And by the way, this Julian is a way to counter the lane. When you use the Tempest of Blades, you can try to catch him with your enhanced chain even, or just normal chain when he drops down. So, yeah, these are really good picks from RRQ. Just not the ones we've been seeing a whole lot of, right? Because even Geek Fam, with Vincent having a comfort pick like the Julian, we didn't see it at all.
I think it's really cool that RRQ are showing, once again, that they have the flexibility to really pull out very surprising, very confusing picks. But the Khalid, you gotta talk about this, man. A signature pick for Dyron. We've seen him pop up on it yet again, showing that it's still a great option. And being as active as he is, he has ways to cut the wave, to clear the waves, to sustain up, and still roam around using the passive, right? Where he surfs on the sands and gets an extra movement speed boost to really join in these fights.
Combined with the guiding wind as well, it's going to be a lightning quick rotation coming in from RRQ. They want to utilize that. And one thing that I really like about Khalid the most is the initiation. You know, you talk about Tigreal, you talk about Atlas. It can be cancelled. But Tyron, with a Khalid, with a Raging Sandstorm, with a Flicker, there's no way to stop that.
Definitely an interesting point right there. And on top of that, you have to wonder, by the way, what's the idea for Kescute? Because we've seen again and again, sometimes the idea for Kescute is to ensure that Dyron gets a winning matchup. But now, considering maybe some highlights on Azura, how the team fight will maybe rely on the output of damage from the gold lane, is the idea to give Skylar the winning lane instead right here, maybe saving his pick for the final two.
What is going to be his pick now? Moskov is still up for grabs technically. I mean, we've been hearing a whole lot of Beatrix as well backstage, you know. Obama has been preaching about the Beatrix, and if we know anything about the Beatrix, we know it's Skylar, who has been one of the players who've been able to utilize Beatrix the most in MPL ID.
Was he the first one?
No, he wasn't
in the
the first.
Season?
Oh, this season.
This season?
I think it might have been
that's
a steal. Okay, they know. They were like, okay, I know what you're trying to do, Skylar. Azura can play a mean Beatrix as well, so let's pick it up.
So does this guarantee like a Kaja pick or a Franco pick coming in from DEWA United? Or do they already have a Ruby for the roamer for the combo?
Well, technically there is flex potential there if they really want to try and throw a curveball. But RRQ, I feel like they're okay with it either way, it almost seems. Well, see though, the final two picks here for RRQ. Claude!
Oh, I like it. I love it. I love it.
Let's throw it back.
Hey, I am not a big fan of the Claw, but against the Beatrix and against this composition, I like it. You're able to dodge away from so many things, and you have a Faramis to help you out.
Mathilda?
Enablers. Mathilda. There's a guiding wind too. I was about to call it Claude Faramis, but man, Kescute. I like it.
What battle spell though, Mirko? We've seen a lot of adaptations. Now with the Claude just being so much more vulnerable, do you think he's going to be forced to go with something defensive?
Vulnerable? I don't think he's more vulnerable now.
I think.
No, I think Flicker. I think
still Flicker.
No, usually Sprint, right? Sprint or Purify. I think this game he can go for Flicker.
Vengeance?
Oh,
from the Beatrix, it kind of works, but
against
it's
the
Beatrix, not bad
at all.
Yeah. It has, I think, but not in this season.
It's a while back, a long time ago. But we're seeing a lot of throwback picks, and the final one, it's going to be the Hylos.
Okay. So I'm guessing the Hylos will go Vengeance here, knowing that you are up against a Claude and Julian, right? You get a lot of value out of that. But you know, I honestly feel like Flicker or Purify, that should be it. But even if he goes for Sprint, I can see the tech. It'll just be tough against the Hylos.
All right. Let's have to see how this plays out here. RRQ, in the early game, usually it's all about that mid lane control. Now with the Faramis, a bit less aggressive. They have a Mathilda to really kickstart things off. Is the idea to really play with that EXP lane? Because for now, at least, when it comes to damage output, I mean, the Khalid in theory should be really able to pressure the Hylos even though Chorizo can sustain up.
So it is going to be a sprint and actually revitalized for the Hylos. This time it's Chorizo playing the horse on the XP lane. Let's see though. The same story with match number 1. One team is looking to secure the upper bracket, while the other is still fighting for a playoff spot. Let's see. Lookouts versus the Kings in the Land of Dawn. Here we go.
An aggressive Claude, one of the signature picks up against a Beatrix too. A pick that he is very comfortable on. Skylar on a signature up against a signature.
Oh, look at the rotation here, Ashi. Mid laner on the XP lane.
Oh, look at that too. I mean, Darwin is in the mid lane as of right now, trying to do some mind games here, trying to do something unexpected. Looking at the clear speed, it's looking kind of equal, but that's only for now. Look at Darwin though. That was a bit of an interesting play, a bit of a swap. Look at this, Chorizo.
Being pulled back, Dyron, dishing out some damage, and that is a whole lot of damage.
Wow.
I wonder what this rotation is going to get them.
Well, it kind of baited Chorizo right there. He didn't pop at the Revitalize, fortunately for him. Looking at the emblems by Indigo as DEWA gets the Little. You're seeing that it's Inspire and the Wilderness Blessing for Edok, so it's all about movement, it's all about going around. With the tenacities for both teams, I mean, both teams are readying up for a big brawl, for sure. But with the Rupture in the hands of Keys there, he's definitely looking at a more aggressive angle. But just remember, against a team like this, you can get punished very easily. So you have to be careful. Look at that, though.
Bring Case back in again. Good. Oh, walking. Case taken low. Rin still able to escape. Ray unable to get the assassination. 2 flickers burnt out for 1.
Let's address about the attempt though from Riz. That was like a Sans Prime-like player, Ashi.
It's a flicker forwards with the Stampede. And just like that, you can see the pressure all across different lanes. Azura definitely feeling it with that lethal ignition as well. I think Wiz is playing this in a really aggressive fashion. If they keep maintaining the lane pressure like this, they're going to have the level 4 advantage, and they might be able to secure the first turtle.
Oh man, look at the win rate still coming in. We always thought, or maybe see Ray as a really good link player, but so far no W's at all since season out of all 3 games. Meanwhile, the RRQ will take this one.
Ooh, Edok just kind of zoning, getting vision, just like that. Oh,
what?
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is a winning matchup for the Claude up against the Beatrix. That's also not just any other Claude. That is Skylar on the Claude.
Oh, remember, man, MSC 2022, this is the Claude that is feared in the world stage, man, in the grand final. Banned 4 times in a row.
That and the Franco Vin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a throwback.
Oh, Sheffin again.
hang on a second there, Shevin.
Well, see, Limco Chul, I kind of feel bad for him at this
He
point.
did it for you.
Yeah.
So it's a pity vote. Wow, Shevin, that's kind of cold. Right now, Moeza ain't level 4 just yet, though. You're seeing that they're losing out in initiative, but that's fine, right? They can still kind of play chill. So far, it's only a 500 gold lead for RRQ, so they're not losing in a very big margin.
Man, look at the XP lane, man. Every time Chorizo, he has to catch up with the Khalid's clear speed all the time, especially with the concussive blast. It becomes a whole different game for RRQ. Chorizo is probably in a team fight. He has to somehow give up 2 or 3 lanes to be able to catch up to some of the team fights that RRQ is gonna force.
We were
in this
talking
mid-game.
about this, right? Arashi backstage. The Khalid being a good, I would say, replacement, for the Terizla that got nerfed.
Same idea, good sustain, even though it's not technically from the skills, from the spell. Oh, Skylar getting tagged by that Bandit's Rage, though. Oh, Edok gonna be caught.
There's Bastion coming down. Oh, Edok able to escape. Jumps in again with the circling eagle. Rins pulling Mueza back. Skylar having a damage over the blazing 2 went from Skylar. So Jin enhanced change are gonna dive. Azura with the help of the Netherrealm. Azura very low. Rins flickers forward to smack Azura in the face.
It's not just Skylar-centric anymore, man. Everyone, you can point out every member of RRQ in the top lane, and they were absolutely dominating.
And look at Dyron, able to delay the purple buff take and still able to get back. That's the movement speed passive coming in from the Khalid. And we gotta talk about Rins having no Purify, man, no respect. He's using this flicker very aggressively because it comes at a cost. He needs to get benefit from going with this option, but with not ultimates available now for the turtle, can they contest?
They should be able to because of the guiding wind. Dyron, brought back to the team with the circle. Eagle Muesa gonna be melted down. Rins doing so much damage by the rage. Unable to get it. Rain falls down to the blooms. And Skylar again goes into the blazing duet. Azura forced back and dismantled. Gunned down in the streets of the gold lane.
levels to this game, and RRQ, what are you on?
Classic RRQ, man. Pressure all across the map. Insane decision-making in the neutral objectives. This is why they've been so terrifying. Look at the efficiency of the rotations as well. Immediately when Darren is far from the lane, Sutsujin is there to just immediately force someone to make a response. And even in the 1v1, we talked about how the Ling, in theory, would have options to try and play around. But look at DEWA.
Oh my God.
At 5 minutes, they're forced to corral around each other. They have no idea when RRQ are gonna come barreling through from the jungle.
Well, it seems like the audience have an idea on who's going to win or dominate this game. 95% on the audience prediction. But look at that, Skylar, first item.
Skylar's first item is a corrosion side still. Gonna be a bit useful. Oh, Moeza doesn't get Rins. Look at this though.
Unfortunately not. Dyron terrified, but he's all good. Gets stunned up as well. The mobility doing a lot of damage. Jin gets the purple buff, steals it away from Ray. And look at Skylar, already zoning Ray. Oh, can't do anything about it, man.
Oh my God, Claude is invading the jungles of DEWA United. Where have we seen that before?
What happened to weak early game defensive play Claude? In the hands of Skylar, it's a whole different deal. DHS at 6 minutes.
Yikes.
Man is making moves all across the board, dude. 2 levels ahead of Azura as well.
And about 2K gold lead too against Azura.
This is a 5K gold lead at 6 minutes, guys. What is going on? DEWA completely overwhelmed right here. And look at Moeza. Despite any intention of being more aggressive, more pressure, the fact that Dyron is just so annoyingly in the front line, is denying everyone away. It's allowing RRQ to just move in relative safety.
DEWA tried to steal away the Beatrix, and they gave away a pick that does good against the Beatrix. That's the Claude, and now you can see the Claude absolutely snowball because of the help of that Faramis, man. The last 2 picks have really had a ridiculous impact on the game. Edok just zoning Moeza away. Dyron doing the same thing, not jumping up to Moeza, but taking the guiding win. Free turtle, no retreat needed even.
They're just allergic to RRQ players, man. Look at this. Even Dyron, a single Edok was just zoning out every member of DEWA United. It's a Matilda, dude.
Look at the response from Ray. He's trying to make it kind of equal, trying to get something. Can't even have time to push the waves out, though. Settles for the orange, but we all know that the purple is where the real juicy value is at, and Diamond is on the case.
Oh, man. Dyron's zoning him away. I don't think Ray will be able to even contest for this. Moeza, oh, the spacing is perfect from RRQ. The Green Eagle and the Raging Sandstorm! Oh, they hate Azura! Oh, now Dyron gets the flicker on him! Slashes him down, Sutsujin! Trying to go up against the horse, and the horse will just be shredded down! Chorizo running, Rinse! Almost getting the Ghost Bursters. Meanwhile, Ray plays into it for Skylar! Moeza low Rinse with the backup and the Ghost Bursters! Moeza's burning down slowly but surely! But he survives. Ray, no purple buff. And he ran down by the Sand Rider in Khalid.
I mean, Ray was even surprised at himself, man. Look at the emotes. He's absolutely baffled with how RRQ is dominating right now. 7K gold lead in 8 minutes. Oh my God,
Ray's getting basic attack.
Comes the blades, trying to run away. Oh my goodness. Even getting out is a task. That is an enhanced basic attack. Just getting Ling on the wall.
It's just so much damage. And while that's going on, Skylar doing Skylar things, pushing solo, having Edok nearby just in case. Every single possible weakness covered. Moeza just has no space at all to find some of these plays, and an immediate rush on the blade armor by Dyron. Just defending from that basic attacks, trying to be difficult to be bursted down. RRQ, man, having all the tempo, and you can see they're still playing it disciplined. They know that they can go for crazy dives with the help of NetherRealm, but for the most part, they want to make sure that they take everything that they want need to succeed.
Oh, man. Kyler walking up, the purple buff gone again. And this is very different to the game we witnessed earlier, game 2, when Geekfam stole away the purple buff from Hayabusa. This is a Ling. He actually needs it.
Oh my goodness gracious. I think you're right about the Terisla replacement miracle. Dyron so far, not even a single dagger. It's a full-on tank build for a Khalid.
Which is why it's so difficult. He can engage, but he's also tanky. He has a bit of good sustain and damage reduction. And you still have a Mathilda and a Faramis on top of all that tankiness. So if they were trying to go for a pick-up style gameplay, you don't really have good options at all.
And remember, this is the winning combo in Season 11, Season 12. Mathilda, Faramis, it's almost unbeatable. And they brought it back in Season 14.
The Beloyski special, we call it. It was Beloy and a boy. Seems Ray, though, is still able to get a trade down below. That's a turret, tier 2. Good plays from Ray.
Oh.
But can he 1v1 Sutsujin, who's 3 levels ahead of him? Force back instantly.
But what do you do as a Ling, man, at this point?
Oh, Rin's gonna be caught down. The guiding win not able to save him. And finally, DEWA United are in the scoreboard. They get on it. One kill.
But just like that, Riz is back on the map. One too many aggressive plays without the Purify, by the way. He was walking in front of a Ruby Vexana without a Purify.
Calm down,
The
Rins.
disrespect.
Calm down, Rins. We know you got a guiding win, but calm down.
Oh, look at this, though. There's a flank angle from Ray. Can he do something with it, though?
Oh my goodness, Dyron! What an angle to fight Asura, and because of that, Skyler gets the blazing duet for 3 Ks! Unable to survive, Dexter got the kill! It was the battle mirror image to the gym with the enhanced chain coming down. Now Ray trying to look for some damage, but he does no damage. Not with a flask of the Oasis on Edok.
Oh my goodness, it's just pushing the pedal over and over again, man. RRQ, they still have a way. Do they want to actually end it right now?
Oh my
Whoa.
god. Look at Dyron. He's trying to get the angle. Azura has the Renner. I don't think you want the Renner in the situation. So Rezus is going to be gunned down again, melted from existence. Azura, no damage. And Dyron again dives into the back, finding a kill. The I'm offended. Combo together with the internal guard. Skyler's able to get away, but Ray finally takes him out. Now with Siren against the world. Up against 3 members is Tanky Boy, who's going to be able to actually take them on. 2 base turrets. Rins respawning. RRQ finally say we've had enough, we're gonna chill.
That was crazy. In match number 1, we saw that 3 members were sacrificed for 1 base turret. RRQ, they took 2 with no casualties, and then they said, we're feeling kind of lucky. Let's try and make a play and possibly give a few kills. It doesn't even matter, bro. They almost took all of the base turrets out with the First Lord.
Absolute insanity coming in from RRQ, and now they're forced to regroup just a bit, though. Meanwhile, Ray is looking to steal the red buff. Skyler spots him.
Oh my god, this 1v1 is scary.
Oh my lord!
He has the battle mirror image. Ray, can he escape?
Oh no!
That's the big question. Now chased down by
No way.
the soldiers of the King. Ray gets shot down by the turrets, and Skyler gets the shutdown.
That is a 1v1 of a Ling and a Claude.
Oh,
that
no.
should not have happened. And now Sutsujin have all the time in the world to take this one. He can take this in his sleep.
And Skylar right now already has the 3-item power spike and the Wind of Nature too. It's looking from bad to worse. Now even if he gets caught out, he has the Wind of Nature, and that's the majority of the burst damage coming in from DEWA, aside from Case. So Case is kind of forced to exclusively save his magic damage for Skylar almost.
Raging Sandstorm is now, this time without the flicker. Chorizo gonna be knocked up. Circling Eagle just to zone them away. A Lord still coming in to the mid lane, marching down. So it's a with the enhanced chain, unable to connect onto anyone. Moeza jumping in again with a donor. Wonkin, but gets melted down. He's able to the pool of Rins all the way to the back. The enhanced chain and knock 2 up, and now it's Skyler with the blazing duet and the Nether Realm. In the back, it is Rins again with the dive. K forced to flicker back. Only he and Ray is left to defend, and it is not enough. RRQ with a statement of a game.
They're not just letting DEWA get that easy spot outside of the red zone. The King guards its fortress in game number 1.
What was that, dude? Flicker Faramis. Full tank lead. One-shotting the backline. What can DEWA do? Every single thing they had going for them systematically got picked apart. The macro game, the crowd control, the team fight, the AoE. Nothing was going right for DEWA right there. All they did was sit there in relative safety, only for RRQ to completely jump on them.
Yikes.
What is that?
A lot of things to change for DEWA United. The draft, the execution, whatever that is, because this team is something special, man.
That was brutal.
Yeah. It's a 13-minute game. Should have been probably 11 if RRQ executed just a bit better in the late game, but doesn't matter. They still get the W. Look at this pull coming in from the rookie, man.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
He is just insane this game. Again, no Purify, and that's how he's playing. I guess he believes that the backup from the team is still there, but dude, he's known to do this on like some control mages, but on the Fermis, where we thought he was going to be playing utility, he was engaging. He was flickering forwards to set up kills all the way from level 3.
Oh,
The
man.
heck?
Skylar knows, man. Even Skylar, I believe, told Luminaire that, hey, I got a new Suns coming.
You got a what?
New
did he
Suns.
say that?
Yeah, he actually said that.
A new
to Luminaire.
Suns.
I don't think we got a new Suns. I think we got a new Rins. That's what it is.
Rinse and repeat.
We just got Rins.
Oh,
There's no new Suns. It's just Rins.
It's a clean game for RRQ. They definitely rinsed it.
They rinsed and repeat, like Arashi said, continuously in the game.
It's kind of crazy, right? That even though there are moments there where there's a big gold swing, I believe the gold difference was at like 8K, and then they gave away 3 kills in that base
yeah.
fight, and it doesn't even matter.
Because they got 2 base turrets on top
RRQ
of it.
immediately just got back at it. I don't know what to say.
I want to quote Gideon on this, right? Usually, well, he quoted this for a different team in MSC, but I want to quote him on this. RRQ, usually we see him, take the game a little bit more calm and collected, and they're very calculative. This is a pure Huk-Tu kind of game, It's just
Huk-Tu.
brutality.
Oh, brother.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Right? They just disrespected, just went in. Look at this. Diving, that is... Tell me, if that's not Huk-Tu, what is that?
That's a solo dive against a Vexana that was notorious for being unable to be like dove on.
And no Purify, he man's went sprint.
He just goes in. But the player of the game is the guy that was surfing the whole time, having a good time. Presented by the official tournament smartphone, Samsung Galaxy S24 series. It's your boy Dyron on the Khalid.
Man.
What pressure, dude. I mean, in a way, the way Dyron plays it, it's almost better than the Terizla. Because you have burst healing from the second skill, and then you can also do a lot more damage, and you can rotate so much faster compared to Terizla. Even here, there's moments like that where Skylar just tanks up the Bennett's Rage, no issue. And look at Rins, dude. Come on.
Skylar took the Bennett's Rage here before, by the way. Like, there were mistakes before this, but it
Exactly.
made it look like, what mistakes? It was all planned. The Netherrealm, perfectly timed. Sutsujin tanking the shot. Perfect.
Yeah, every step that they take is pretty much calculated, especially on the top lane. Meanwhile, here, look at that. Tyron, man. I told you, it can't be stopped.
And there's
With
this
the flicker as well.
This is the combo we're talking about, the synergy between the EXP lane and the roamer. Because we talked about Edok and Rins and how they coordinate so well. Look at that. The Mathilda circling Eagle into the Raging Sandstorm.
Wow.
It's just on point synergy. And that is just so difficult to deal with when you're trying to predict and counter the engage. They just can't do anything, man. Azura here as well. Just shut down, dude. Get out of here, Tyron says.
Dyron, man. Oh my goodness. What a player, right? What a player. This guy is phenomenal, man.
This is what we've been waiting for. I'll keep saying it, Mirko. We've been waiting for Dyron to grace us with his presence in the Land of Dawn for a long, long time. And he's doing an amazing job at just fulfilling our expectations.
Hey, don't worry, I know, because I feel like Mirko is the biggest Tyron Glazer of a non-RQ fan.
Hey, I'm a Dyron and Skylar Glazer. Even when they weren't doing well, I've always been saying, these 2 guys, you should not replace them.
So do you want Skylar or Iman?
Ooh. Iman's the best goal leader in the world. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Interesting take there, Mirko. fair point. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. It's subjective. Looking at the stats here, nothing subjective about this, dude. RRQ is brute forcing away all of these purple buffs, and no neutral objective were given. Even moments there where it seems like DEWA United were gonna try and contest, make it competitive, RRQ HOSHI, it's like they just knew how the fight was gonna play out, and they just went through with it. And they were the team that is wanting to go for those team fights, for that big Eternal Guard combo, the I'm Offended, the Bennett's Rages. In the first few neutral objective fights, they were just completely dominated, dude. There's no 2 ways about it. They could do nothing to stop RRQ from going for the neutral objective and still beat them in the fight.
Also, Vixana, the keys, usually goes for a Winter Crown in the 3rd item. You can see he's kind of like experiencing that rinse pressure, right? That's why you build it very early. And Tyron also the combination of these heroes, man, it's just too much to deal with.
This
for
is
the
the
backliners.
Yehezkiel build, by the way, on Vexana. The Blood Wings first, and then the Winter Crown early. That's what Yehezkiel always does.
Survivability over utility.
And it's important. You can't do damage if you're dead. Even if you lower your damage potential, if you can stay in the fight, by all means, Vexana, with the utility, with the application of the passive, you're doing so much more, even though you build defensively. But in this game, it doesn't even matter. It doesn't look like he has the security from those two defensive items because of the aggression.
Yeah.
The rich guy and the carry, almost 900 gold per minute. It's gonna be Skylar. The best wingman still, Edok. Man, look at the damage taken difference, dude. 100,000.
I feel bad for Cerezo, man. He just took a beating this game. He took all of the beating.
I mean, what can he do?
Yeah, I mean, he's on the Hylos, right? It's just, I really feel bad because the Hylos doesn't really have, like, playmaking potential, so it's just
No.
go in and then, okay.
Just roll out the carpet and try and do something. And you have to keep in mind, these days, the Hylas plays for the early game
Yeah.
because the late game got nerfed.
Yeah.
And in the early game, he's trying to match Daiwin that's just sliding around the place. You can see him just, you know, trotting along on 4 legs going like, bro, please,
Yeah.
please wait.
I mean, he's flying, right? Literally on, like, sand or something, or a magic carpet, I think.
Something like that. I think it's
can
sand.
show you the world.
Yeah, he definitely
He showed
showed
him
Dewa a new
way
world.
more than the
A
world.
world of absolute brutality. I don't think I want to live in that world, man.
They show them hell.
That was, yeah, that was, Dyron made a deal with the devil. That's what Tony said, season 12, remember? When he
Yeah.
made a play against 5 members of Geek Fam?
Oh, right. Absolutely thematic, man. This guy in the Land of Dawn, he has this friendliness outside the game. He's always all smiles, laughing. Once he's in the Land of Dawn, forget about it, bro.
Yeah, he's got that
None of that.
alter
There's
ego.
none of that.
He's nice outside, in game. He's a devil.
Ice cold. Killer.
He's called Killer.
Stone cold.
That is it, man. Game 1 of RRQ versus DEWA United ended up in an absolute beatdown for RRQ, and it furthered the chances of RRQ going on towards the upper bracket. That is something that a lot of RRQ fans are looking forward to over the past 1, 2, 3, how many seasons was it?
It's
Hey.
way too many seasons.
Season 12, they made it to upper brackets.
Oh, okay.
They were top 2 with Onyx.
Well, I think the status for RRQ is a bit different from other teams. Yeah.
But season 12, they got knocked down. They pulled a Bigatron. If you know what I mean.
Well,
I can say because of my team.
well, you know what else has been like long awaited?
What?
By people? It's the new Samsung S series, dude.
Why is that the case?
What? Why is that the case? Bro, it has that epic gaming performance.
Exactly.
You know, we say epic, but it's more like mythic, you know.
Yeah.
With the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 processor for the Galaxy, this phone is lag-free, and the large vapor chamber, it has a vapor chamber. Extra cooling keeps it from overheating when you're charging it, when you're gaming it. It just allows you to keep improving your gaming skills like a pro. But that's not even the main focus. Right now, we showed you the Samsung Galaxy A series, you know,
Circle to search, yeah.
But now there's a new feature from Galaxy AI called Sketch to Image, which makes your photos look even cooler and more aesthetic. You guys look confused. This feature can turn your sketches in your gallery into real images in your photo. You have real life AI
Wait.
editing. Let me show you.
This has to be like a gimmick. This has to be a bad
I knew
feature,
you were gonna
right?
say this.
This
We
is,
pull out the pen.
You gotta show me.
Right, pull out the pen.
Okay.
This is just a picture of a table.
Yeah, okay, it's a table.
Boring
Table. Mhm. Boring
table. Yes, as boring as a piece of paper. There's just
Absolutely.
nothing on it, right? But now, right, we draw. So we press this menu right here, the sparkly menu. We press sketch to image. There's a button that says sketch to image right there. And with this pen, you can draw, for instance, on this table, this empty table, a cup.
Oh, thank God.
What?
Oh, I thought you were going to throw some anime girls or something, Rashi.
No, I'm not that
I
good.
mean,
But I have
I
bad
wouldn't
drawing
mind.
skills, so you can see this looks like a 5-year-old sketch. But we press generate on the AI, and it says you're fine-tuning your artistic style, transforming sketch into substance.
Wow.
Come on.
Wait.
So I can be a painter.
it's
So
loading.
far, it
Without
still
being a
looks
painter.
like you're drawing.
Yes?
What is it gonna turn into?
Handcrafting your image from the sketch.
I don't even know. What did you draw? I don't even know.
I drew a mug, basically. You
drew a mug.
It's just a really bad-looking cylinder with a handle. It's a 5-year-old drawing. But look at that.
Oh!
Look, zoom in.
Wait.
Zoom in. I gotta show you. Zoom in.
Yeah,
It
that's
actually has a
actually-
mug, and it's not just random mug, like it's just randomly put
Can
there.
I see that?
Look at the lighting.
Oh,
you
look at the shadows.
Oh,
What
yeah.
the hell?
There are different.
So,
variants.
Look at the shading, right? It even matches your lighting and all that. And if you think like, hey, this mug looks kind of whack though,
Wow.
You are given, this is the original sketch, if you can zoom in on it.
Yeah, it's a horrible
You
sketch.
can't see anything. But
And
then, boom, that's a coffee mug.
Wow.
Oh, I don't like the coffee mug. I want a different mug. You are given like 4 or 5 options. You can just swipe. Look at that, a whole different mug. I wish I can get closer to show you. But that's insane,
You're
dude.
telling me, Arashi, even if I'm a bad drawer, I can do that?
Yeah, and you can draw whatever you want.
You can submit that to an art school.
I am so sorry to everybody who took art and graphic design because
But
Samsung's
don't
got
get
you beat.
rejected though. Don't get rejected.
What?
Yeah, the last thing we want is for someone to get rejected from art school, you know, because, you know, art is such a... Yeah, I'm just saying, it's a very passionate type of study, so we wish the best for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of the many features that is powered by Galaxy AI. You buy it now, you get a cashback promo for up to 2 million rupiah, and you get a shopping voucher worth up to 500K.
Oh.
Google Play vouchers also worth 200K and a free permanent MLBB skin.
Oh.
It is what it is, bro. What are you waiting for?
goodness.
Enter the voucher code Galaxy S24XMPL on Samsung.com/ID or scan the barcode below that was there just earlier.
Rewind.
And you can also click the link in the pinned chat right here
Go ahead.
on the stream.
Check it out.
And just like that, it can be epic just like that with the Samsung Galaxy
Wait, you said
S24
Mythic.
series. Huh?
You said Mythic
Epic
earlier.
in real life,
Mythic
Mythic
in-game.
Glory, MPL level in-game.
Oh.
That's crazy though. I mean, dude.
I mean, I have to be honest with you. I literally told Arashi, and I think you too, Sheffin, that the competitor just released a very garbage phone. So, I am willing to upgrade to Samsung.
Watch out, dude.
So you can go
It's way better.
band for band with the competitors.
I don't need to. There's no way any other competitor could go band for band with this.
Oh.
By the way, that means, Shevin, we gotta be careful because Mirko's gonna take a picture of us
Exactly.
and just start drawing anything, and it's gonna look real.
Yeah.
Like I told you,
Blackmail somebody with this?
probably
no,
not.
no.
Probably not. But I'm saying it looks really real. The lighting, the angles, it just looks like it's really there.
Oh, I have a lot of ideas to
Maybe we
execute.
keep that. We keep those ideas to yourself. You know, let's ask the audience for ideas.
After a one-sided loss, what does DEWA need in game number 2? I think they need a lot of things. Be proactive, not reactive, pressure Skylar's lane,
Oh,
and bring
boy.
early game heroes. Pressure Skylar's lane, this is...
Easier said than done.
Yeah.
Hey man, especially for Azura, he's on a losing matchup already, right? And the thing is, it wasn't really a 1v1, wasn't it? I mean, it was Rins together with Sutsujin and Edok, who's flying by, man.
I mean, Tyron has a chance to be there before...
That's true.
Like
That's
20
true.
seconds before Sorizo is there.
That's the mobility diff when you have Mathilda. That's why you're just so active when you have a Mathilda. This is why it's first pick prio, man.
And I think it's just a bit ironic because you can see that in the jacket of DEWA United there is the words Veni Vidi Vici.
What does that mean, Rashi?
I came, I saw, I conquered.
That's the idea. That's the vision. That's
Yes,
the vision.
that's the
right? That's the
vision.
vision. We can't blame
I'm
them for
just
having
saying.
that vision. Unfortunately,
We have to
the
see-
Kings have the same vision.
Exactly. Well, let's see, man. DEWA has a chance here to adapt to try and find a winning solution. The mobility, though, for sure is a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that immediately earlier. That first pick was immediately the Mathilda. So I think from there, right, you can kind of see Kescute's thought process and his emphasis on mobility. The fact that Rins was not running the Purify in favor of the Flicker, you know, it's just more mobility. So maybe something that can match that mobility or stop that mobility could be something that might be considered by DEWA.
And what's that?
I have no idea. I'm theorizing here.
Ban Mathilda.
It's interesting that... I think if Team Liquid ID were up against RRQ, I can see them banning Mathilda, I can see them banning Khalid, because they're... Wait. No, I mixed that up. The one that bans a lot of heroes that the opponent has, you know, mastered enough is usually Cascade, right? Not
Yeah.
TLID. Okay, I mixed that up. My bad.
That's why they banned the Fanny and the Hayabusa last game. Left open the Ling. Maybe probably saw the win rate of the Ling for Ray. 0-4 now, by the way.
Yikes.
Which is strange because he's a good Ling.
Well, he can be a good Ling, but you can't just be a single player doing everything, dude. You need
Look at
that
that.
backup.
Chip banned forced to the blue side. Kes cute.
Unreal.
I think he was trying to counter it with the Mathilda or trying to trade it with the Mathilda, but now I guess for RRQ, they either ban the Mathilda or leave it for DEWA to first pick. But again, even then, Mueza hasn't really found a lot of success on the Mathilda, but it is still
banned
too prio. It'll be banned out. Fanny up for grabs. Do DEWA want to pick it up against RRQ?
Oh,
Bold move. if they want to go for that. Oh, turns out they got the catcher very early on, and it was respected in the first phase by RRQ. The response, though, from the side of RRQ, what's it gonna be, dude?
Edith?
Could be. Very good flex potential. Ruby as well, technically, they want to go with that route, that confusing route. But they can just go for the Khalid again. That Khalid most definitely was a big factor. Now, there's a chance for DEWA United to match that roam pressure with the avatar of the Guardian. Will it be enough, though?
I mean, honestly, they can also just go for Arlet, right? I don't know why the Arlet hasn't really been finding a lot of screen time, but Arlet, ever since the change, has been really, really good. Maybe because they found a new tech with the Khalid. It's Khalid plus Vexana.
Wow.
What's your
a whole lot of control,
Fanny.
but against those control, they opted to go for a Fanny here for the Ray, and also complemented with a Yeef against the diving potential of Tyron.
Interesting. Okay, when it comes down to it, both mages can kind of go for the clear, but if we're looking at a potential dive-in aggressive stuff from RRQ, now with the Gatot and the Yeeve kind of slowing things down, kind of being annoying and opening up the bushes, might be a bit more pesky to do unless RRQ gets something a bit more reliable when it comes to going for those pickoffs, when it comes to especially shutting down the mobility of this Fanny.
Pick SQ, the last pick of the first phase. They thought about this actually quite long before. I mean, in the first game, I believe they picked it very, very fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fast for both teams.
Oh,
Man.
what?
It's an early Bane pick, but I get it. I mean, again, if we take a look at Game 3, or Game 2 rather, sorry, Geek Fan versus Team Liquid, Bane, faster clear against these assassins, and you can invade very early on. Especially if you already have a winning matchup in the mid lane. This Vexana, if you combo it properly, I really wonder what they're gonna combo it with, right? Because I'm feeling maybe even we might be able to get a Grok just to get more value out of the invades against the Fanny.
Oof. And for DEWA, now they ban away the Claude. But it's not even a high prio type deal. But I guess they're concerned about the mobility to really dodge away from the Fanny, and mobility to dive in the back line and once again just dive onto Keys, who right now isn't on the Vexana. You have to remember that earlier, whenever Skylar goes in, the grasp, at least, the terrifying grasp, is used by Keys to buy some more time and start up Skylar. But now, without the Claude available, maybe Skylar is going to go for something a bit more front-to-back oriented, especially with the Bane already shown anyways. It could be the idea. And when they want to do that, they ban away this Tigreal, just in case the counter-engages come through.
Okay, last ban is going to be another Skylar ban. The Claude's already banned out. Okay, wow, it's actually going to be the Kufra. Trying to give Fanny a bit more leeway. Have we seen Edok on the Kufra is my question. I don't think so,
I
right?
don't think so.
At this point, would it be too crazy for them to go for a Kaja carry combo? Add some suppression against the real world manipulation. You have that shred, and it is also a roamer that does well against the Fanny. You can go Franco too, to be fair. Franco. Okay, they pick up the...
Wait, yeah.
Okay, Ruby roll. There you go.
Yeah, it's still a signature pick for Edok. Remember, this is the pick that he burst onto the scene with, is immediately getting all the pickoffs. And here, again, the flexibility of Edok can be highlighted. You can see if he's going to play defensively or aggressively, depending on the situation. And they're hiding that final pick for Skylar, wanting to see what exactly is DEWA's plan. Is it more dive?
That might be the case because Bane is very susceptible to dives, but it's going to be an X-Borg. Interesting matchup against a Khalid, I guess. I don't know about this, bro. Like, I don't really find a Khalid against an X-Borg match difficult.
Maybe it's the Kadokacha. Who knows?
Oh.
And the Beatrix still. Okay.
Oh, man. I'm not really fond of DEWA United's draft. There's really no huge setup for the Beatrix. Usually, you see a Kaja or some kind of setup for the Penetrate and also the Renner's Apathy, but there is none.
All right. It's a proper front-to-back composition for RRQ. And they have the tools available to just stop any kind of dive potential. If you can imagine DEWA setting up for a big avatar play, avatar engage, they're gonna do so and then get zoned away by the deadly catch. So DEWA are the ones who have to try and find weird angles. And to their credit, they have the last insanity to play around with. They do have the Fanny to really dive in the back line. But they gotta be very careful here.
Okay. No, yeah, but I think the drafts are an improvement here for the side of DEWA United. I think they have a better composition compared to game number 1.
Minor spelling mistake, and there we go. Right one, RQ versus DEWA. The spells not really looking that special. It's still the same old flickers from a lot of members, except for Moisa, obviously, with the Revitalize. Now, the truth is gonna come out. RRQ, one more win towards this match win, but DEWA United did it all the wins that they can get to clinch that playoff spot. What's gonna happen? Let's see this in a second.
Let's see, folks, as we dive into the Land of Dawn for game number 2. This time, Chorizo on this X-Borg. Also, Ray on a signature pick in the Fanny.
Signature Fanny pick for Ray. Definitely a lot more mobility and kill pressure. Watch out for that level 4 power spike into a pickoff. But I think RRQ definitely are familiar with that threat because they themselves can kind of use these assassins as well. But look at that, Shevin. That's the matchup in the EXP lane. Like you were saying about earlier, it can be okay, but the early game poke is going to be brutal for that X-Borg.
This rotation. Rin's walking up. It will also be Azura who takes it away.
Good take there, even though it was a 3v2 on the side of RRQ. DEWA United with a small win.
Look at what Skylar is doing, though. Keeping the wave relatively in the center so far. Now clearing it all together. Going for a level advantage play, but look at his emblems by Indigo. You can see that Dyron still going with the Wilderness Blessing to just rotate a lot faster with the Thrill as well. Whereas for Chorizo, agility to try and match that movement speed. But of course, he's going to be a bit outmatched. And in the gold lane, you can see that's a weapon mastery for Azura, expecting this game to go late to get intense. Whereas Skylar is the one running the Master Assassin to really just get that lane domination.
Yeah, good lane here. I think it's quite similar to the Terizla matchup too, yeah? X-Borg getting the dub against the Khalid.
But Darren is setting up the wave pretty okay here. It's going to be pushing towards him, so we can safely collect all of this EXP and gold under his turret. Unless Ray wants to go for a crazy dive, deny it. Won't be available though. Khalid is just way too risky to try and make that play on.
First crucial objective is coming, and Tsujin is already on the case very early, and Ray opted to go for the purple buff. Why is that though?
He has to. Even here, without level 4, Dyron just goes straight at it, and it is going to be the rush from RRQ. HOSHI!
Oh! Raging Sandstormy Turtle Guard Uesa cannot handle that damage. The composure coming in from Dyron. He was in a tight situation, man. But when he knew he's got that power spike in level 4, time to turn the tables.
DEWA United just wasn't expecting that. It just started so slow. It's a slow burn to level 4. Then RRQ just immediately exploded. Ray, knowing that he can't really go for anything else on the other side, just goes for a bit of a trade, goes to try and steal away the orange buff, so a small victory there. But looking at the stat, oh, wait a minute.
Ray deals some damage. Rin's just flickering out.
Was a really good dodge. Once again, the composure coming in from the RRQ members, man.
Wow.
Rin's ice cold on these mages, dude. Never really seeming to panic, even when he gets caught out of position like that. Now it's back to the waiting game, and for RRQ, they're getting more and more prio on the lanes with the clear, and it's looking kind of difficult because both EXP and gold lane technically is doing better for RRQ. The mid lane is the only spot where they can kind of make things happen.
Real world ablation. Oh, the terrified connects. I'm offended.
What deadly catch, Enoch? What was that? That was the best cover possible on that time. There's literally nothing that could go better for RRQ.
Oh my goodness.
Disgusting.
Oh, he wants more. He wants Azura next to the gym. Crab Claw Cannon. That's a flicker from Azura. Okay, no chase. But oh, I don't think you want to stay here. Azura, that is Enoch who can walk up again. Who has the I'm offended? That was ridiculous.
That was so good. DEWA used so many resources to guarantee that they can get to Rins. They know that the flicker isn't up.
Oh,
but
no.
the outplays are just too good. No purple.
And Enoch stops Ray, flickers out the safety. Mueza coming up on a taunt. Enoch still able to survive now with a regen. 2Ks. Has to burn the flicker to get to him. And Mueza escapes with a sliver of HP. But Turtle has spawned. Up top, Skylar wants blood. Debuter's passion coming down. Dyron wants to go for the dive. Knows he doesn't have the flicker. Dyron will die, but it is traded gold lane for XP. Rins again. Wow. Getting the terrified mid-air. Real world manipulation. Not
Oh
enough to...
my
This
God.
is some crazy stuff. Gila Rins.
Insane. Like again, 3 times in a row, the composure. Not
Oh my
panicking when
goodness.
it's on, the condition is not on their favor at all.
Not even close as Mueza tries to do something right here, but RRQ, they can go and burst down the turtle immediately. So Rizzo's doing a good job elevating the winning lane, but he's
bottom
just
lane.
losing in the rotational battle.
Oh no. Tyron is actually winning it out this time around. So Rizzo doesn't have the last insanity anymore. Tyron just goes and says, Ini bencana.
There's a code for our new application GoPay as well. Right on the screen, take advantage of that. Get all the value you can, because right now, RRQ is taking all the value that they can. Going in for a play, Tyron 1v2 though.
All good should be. So has the flicker, gets bursted down. Avatar the Guardian coming down. Good flicker. Tyron, he knows. He's just casually walking down. This is typical Tyron. He usually lives with way less HP.
And the top lane 2 Skylar making use of that pressure that Tyron deals, or the attention that he gets.
Wow.
Easily takes it, but this is ridiculous.
Ooh.
96%, by the way.
And perhaps Tyron just never dies, guys. This guy is immortal. Okay, he died once, but that was different.
No
That was
way.
He got the plot armor
Calm
pop.
down. Okay, he's calm.
I thought he was just legit gonna go straight for a dive. But look at the rotations though. There was a wave there for Tyron to collect, but no, he zones away Azura and Skylar comes in to collect the wave. He's 2 levels ahead yet again, by the way. But before talking about the gold lane, let's talk about the EXP lane here in the player head-to-head by our new application GoPay. Tyron with the higher KDA. So Rizzo just doing better in the farming business, but in teamfight participation and in flexibility, Tyron, dude, is top tier with the presence around the map, with participating in these fights. And again, the coordination to ensure that Skylar gets maximum value is gonna allow this Nathan to really snowball off into a massive threat in the mid game.
I'm sorry, man. This is Tyron's on a Khalid. It's like Helkert and Beloyski. It's like Skylar, Prime Skylar on a Claude. Like, this is worthy of a ban.
I agree. That's why we've been saying for a long time, man, Tyron. If you think anyone is impressive in MPL with a Khalid, we just haven't seen Tyron. Raging Sandstorm K's almost getting locked down, still able to escape Tyron. Revitalize doesn't even matter. Skylar just obliterates him. Diamond Fetty coming down as the last insanity. Will be able to deal with the eat up, but no, he flickers out. Oh, it's a flicker forward to Skylar, still able to survive, but gets burnt down by Chorizo.
Oh, man, finally. Kind of an equal trade from DEWA United, even though they're gonna concede on towards the neutral objective here. Tyron still scouting the situation. Oh, Ray. Oh, let's see what's gonna happen. What?
Purple buff. Contested to Jin, took the turtle without the retry, and he will be able to retry this time around. Tyron gonna get gunned down, taunted up as well. Tyron, can you escape, Flicker? Avatar the Guardian dodges away from it, gets gunned down. Oh, goes into Raging Sandstorm to try to get a trade. Finally, we see him punished.
By the way, there was a pickup towards Rins by Azura in the mid lane.
It's overstaying just a bit too much. Look at this, RRQ immediately sending off members to stop the push. And just like that, DEWA, they can get a couple of kills. They're able to actually equalize on the gold deficit, so good on them. But the main problem is that in the late game, they don't exactly outscale RRQ. Are you there now, Chorizo?
Faraga armor completely gone. Eternal Guard luckily not connecting. Chorizo with immortality.
Oh, man, but look at the gold lead, though, Rashi. It's definitely very doable here for DEWA United. A whole different story from game number 1. They actually equalized on the kill count as well. So it's not looking that bad for DEWA United at this point. There is a lot of hope left for the gods.
It's Chorizo just diving in and being a bit of a problem here. The fact that he goes with the last insanity to the whole backline, you can't really stop him from doing so either. So you're just forced to tank up some of the damage. But as you can see, the gold lead is still in the right hands. The jungler, Sutsujin, is ahead in levels, and Skylar is 1,000 gold ahead. Only with the steel leg clip as a defensive measure against the assassin. So DEWA, like you said, Shevin, has a great chance of kind of doing something. But man, Ray, too slippery on that Fanny.
Smell something, there's something stinky. Ooh. No, RRQ. Oh, where's the... Pull the trigger here.
That's Rage. Eat up. Going in for the Diamond Fennec gets tackled and taken out there. Eternal Guard onto Mueza. That should be a trade. Skylar. Oh man, Revitalize. Doesn't matter.
Oh, a trade for the Roamers. Not really looking that bad for DEWA United. They lose out on Mueza. 0-4-5 so far. But you have to see the whole picture, man. He's been doing a lot of work. Just like a Hylos, taking all the damage.
you have to remember that for RRQ, if they lose Edok, Diamond can still frontline very, very reliably and still go for the engages. The same thing can be said for Chorizo, the other frontline coming in for the side of DEWA. So DEWA's going to be careful going for those trades and see the bigger picture. If they trade 1-for-1, but with a critical member, they can lose it in the initiative to the neutral objective. Look at this.
Okay. Up and around, 5 members here. Ray, not there just yet. Wishing man, but K's over Ug Armor. Puts it down. Avatar of the Guardian coming down from West 7. He's going to be caught in the deadly catch with the real worm. The collision comes down and it doesn't matter. Tyrant jumps into the back, goes out for Chorizo. He has an immortality though. That's a kill. He got the crab claw cannon. The bounce. Ray in the back, looking for the kills. Able to find a cut through, and Skylar goes in, and a terrified from Rins. Save Skylar again. What is Rins made of?
Just when you see the light of day for DEWA United, it is still a nightmare for them. 2.3k goal lead for RRQ, and once again, they're forced to concede the neutral objective for RRQ. Oh, okay. Others gonna pull the trigger right away and stole it.
Dude, Rins though, the nerves of steel, ice running through his veins. At every single fight, despite how chaotic it looks, he just knows exactly what he needs to do, what spell he needs to save for who. Instant replay right here by the Samsung Galaxy S24 series, the official tournament smartphone. Look at the backline, dude. Keys. He has the range, but he's a bit too far up. There's going to be damage coming through it. Tsutsujin getting the bounce off, and Ray attempting to just go and clean up in the backline, but he gets caught. That's the Vexana issue. When this hero first came into the scene, into the meta, the big issue is that all these assassins just immediately get denied any kind of chance on diving in due to how long you can get locked by the Terrify and the knockup with the Eternal Guard. Rins showing again the real benefit for the Vexana, aside from just that massive damage.
Speaking of massive damage, the man you see, the man of the hour, Skylar, 73 win rate in 15 picks, and I believe so far in Season 14, 4 picks, 100% win rate.
And it's really poetic how RQ lost to the Natan in Season 8. Chorizo for Raga Armor done, and it's Diamond with a Raging Sandstorm. Good Avatar to escape. Chorizo very low! Edok! With the I'm offended! Getting 3, and now it's just K's. They're trying to tank Tsutsujin's damage. They're trying to tank everything. RRQ looking to end the game quicker than they did in game number 1. Oh, base turret in the bottom lane, taken down. A crab claw cannon onto K's. Diamond zoning him. No minions, but there is a wave in the mid lane.
The shades of Keyboy and Sans. K's gonna push them down by Skylar, and this is it. RRQ takes the game away, takes the match away from DEWA United. Insane.
What did we just witness? It was looking so much more competitive, so much closer for DEWA, until it wasn't. What is going on? The macro gameplay, the individual outplays that RRQ are able to show. Dude, how do you beat them?
Goodness gracious. Oh man, I know they're officially back for a long time. This might prove that they are that team. They have the killer instinct, they have the mechanics, they have all they need to represent Indonesia in the world stage.
I think at this point it comes down to it being inevitable. RRQ Season 13, the first team to get knocked out of playoffs. Season 8 actually losing to a Natan. It was Sans on a Natan in the grand finals. And that's the pick we see mostly on Skylar now.
5-game, 100% win rate for Sir as FPL would say. Yeah, this is just insanity coming in from RRQ. Who would have thought that this team, a newly rebuilt team, play this kind of level of Mobile Legends at the highest stage of Indonesia? I mean, look at this. Everything just goes perfect. Look at Edok, man. Ooh!
Yikes.
Beautiful. Even with the threat of the assassin, RRQ just made it look like it just couldn't happen. Instead, look at the real assassin, Skylar.
We're gonna see though what they have to say after that victory for the King of Kings, Bude Clara. Time is yours.
Viva RRQ berkumandang di Ambil Arena. 2-0 di leg yang kedua. semakin dekat dengan upper bracket. Setsujin, apa gameplay apa yang kalian berikan supaya Dewa United tak berkutik melawan kalian di leg kedua kali ini?
Gameplay sabar, tenang, objektif.
Sabar, tenang, objektif. Dari game pertama begitu kah? Kayaknya enggak ya. Game pertama kayaknya kalian menggerakkan segalanya tuh.
Game pertama ya di ini karena Khalid Diren.
Karena Diren. Ini semua karena Diren katanya. Apa nih? Apa yang Setsujin rasakan? Efek dari Diren? Dia ngapain sih?
Tadi Khalidnya ini jadi mid lane dulu tadi.
Oh. Ngevlog di mid lane dulu, jalan-jalan dulu. Membuat segalanya lebih nyaman kah buat Setsujin atau bagaimana?
Nggak tahu tadi Diren.
Langsung aja dijelasin aja ya?
Ya.
Setsujin minta kamu langsung jelasin nih. Gimana kamu membuat, kalau kan Setsujin dari game pertama yang super one-sided itu, kamu buat sedemikian rupa, apa yang kamu persiapkan untuk Dewa United nih?
Kita persiapin berlima sih Bude, bukan karena gua doang, karena ya saling mengingatkan, ya saling percaya satu sama lain juga.
Mengingatkan, apa yang kalian ingatkan satu sama lain nih?
Ya gameplay kita lah, jangan lupa objektif itu kata Arthur gitu.
Ya Arthur, objektif. Kalau ada yang melengsos sedikit, kamu langsung ingetin?
Ya harus diluruskan, nggak boleh ada yang belok sedikit.
Nggak boleh?
Soalnya Bang Ler kadang juga ngingetin juga kan, kadang belok dikit ya.
Oh, yang suka, ini tugas mengingatkan ada di siapa nih?
Semuanya sih.
Saling mengingatkan satu sama lain.
Ya.
Hari ini lancar banget, kalian berhasil membawa 2 kemenangan lagi tapi dengan mutlak. Skylar, apa yang kamu pelajari dari leg pertama yang mungkin kamu perbaiki di leg kedua ini, Skylar?
Ini sih Bang. Ulang.
Apa yang kamu pelajari dari leg pertama atas Dewa United dan kamu mungkin perbaiki di leg kedua? Hasilnya sangat mutlak untuk tim RRQ. Lebih baik nih.
Mungkin dari segi hero aja sih. Soalnya yang banyak juga berbeda kan, ada Diren kedatangan hero baru juga, sama Arthur Bane kan udah ya Bane kemarin ya. Ya gitu kedatangan hero baru aja sih perubahannya.
Perubahan dari tim RRQ berarti itu dari hero-heronya.
Ya.
Tapi kalau dari mungkin gameplay pergerakan atau sesuatu atau kalian udah membaca nih Dewa United?
Itu tergantung sama duo AC kita.
Oh, duo Aceh. Duo Aceh, tapi kamu udah melawan 2 gold laner dari Dewa United. Bagaimana kamu melihat performa dari 2 gold laner ini? Beda sekarang kamu mendapatkan lawan baru dari Dewa United.
Kalau Watt mungkin lebih agresif sih. Kalau si Azura kan ya mungkin gue belum kenal dia aja, mungkin baru juga kan. Jadi kayak dia lebih ke safe aja sih.
Lebih ke safe.
Ya.
Membaca player yang kamu belum kenal dan belum tahu seperti itu. Apa strategi dari Skylar yang melawan player yang nggak pernah kamu kenal sebelumnya?
Ya mungkin gue lihat history terakhirnya juga kan lawan AE juga kan. Dia yang pas update pas juga gue ngeliatin dia cara mainnya kayak gimana.
Setelah itu?
Menang.
Belajar dikit aja dari sebelum matchnya dan pada akhirnya Skylar bisa mempelajari dan mendapatkan kemenangan ini. 1 langkah lagi nih untuk upper. Duo Aceh. 1 langkah lagi. Jika besok kalian menang, udah dipastikan kalian upper bracket. Melawan 2 tim yang sedang benar-benar mereka butuh playoff, tapi kalian juga butuh upper bracket. Bagaimana sih ngelawan tim-tim yang lagi, untuk ke playoff juga, kalian juga lagi ngotot ke upper bracket. Seperti apa sih?
Nggak ada sih Bude, tetap respect aja sih. Karena sama-sama ngejar.
Sama-sama ngejar.
Ya.
Tapi dari RRQ sendiri, dari Duo Aceh sendiri, minggu ke-8, apa yang kalian persiapkan sih? Ada sesuatu yang spesial kah?
Nggak ada sih, sama aja.
Sama aja,
Ya.
tapi rapi banget loh tadi permainan kalian. Apakah ini RRQ yang semakin kuat?
Enggak sih, kami bayar kesalahan kami waktu leg 1 aja. Ada blunder soalnya lawan Dewa.
Ada blunder dan kalian perbaiki di leg kedua ini.
Ya.
Oke, tapi ada yang spesial juga. Karena akan ada yang muncul. Mari kita saksikan bersama-sama. Dan apa nih? Deng. Oh, dari Zetsuna. Tentang chance Onyx upper bracket tertutup sudah dengan kemenangan tim Liquid tadi. Dan menyebabkan mereka harus berjuang kalau masuk ke playoff itu dari bawah. Dan dia bilang kita masih mengejar upper bracket, udah chance yang kecil udah gak bisa. Kalau playoff kita yakin masuk playoff, walaupun dari lower bracket gak apa. RRQ yang bantai upper bracket, Fnatic Onyx bantai lower bracket. Waduh, quotes keramat nih sudah disebutkan oleh Zetsuna minggu lalu. Bagaimana tanggapan kalian atas Zetsuna? Gimana?
Nggak boleh bantai-bantai sih Bude, bahaya.
Loh, apa bolehnya?
Ngalahin boleh.
Ngalahin. Kalau tadi kalian itu nggak ngebantai berarti?
Nggak, bukan bantai-bantai.
Oh, belum bantai-bantai?
Bukan.
Jadi taraf bantai itu yang seperti apa sih?
Nggak tahu, bahaya aja bantai-bantai.
Bahaya aja, yang aman-aman aja.
Ya.
Oke, tapi kalau dari Skylar sendiri membaca ini seperti kayak dejavu nggak sih ucapan-ucapan ini Skylar?
Ini buat tim apa?
Buat
Oh.
ucapan ini dari Zetsuna?
Ya mungkin kan kita tahu juga lah 4 season terakhir ini Onyx tuh di playoff ya lumayan ngeri lah. Kalau dilihat dari gameplaynya juga kan. Ya semoga kita ya di playoff kita sesuai hasil scrim dan kita ngelakuin hal yang terbaik ya biar menang.
Bisa menyapu upper bracket gitu ya? Iya, dan kita ngelihat juga bahwa harapan Onyx sudah tertutup. Dan betul saja bisa jadi mereka bisa lewat jalur lower bracket. Dan kita belum dengar dari Rins nih. Rins kemenangan 2-0 hari ini. Akankah kalian lanjutkan lagi untuk besok? Besok kalian minggu ini akan ada alter ego di hadapan kalian. Bagaimana nih melawan alter ego yang sedang cari poin untuk masuk ke babak playoff? Biasanya orang kepepet tuh bahaya loh.
Mungkin lebih ke arah semoga aja sih kita bisa memberi yang terbaik kayak hari ini gitu.
Untuk lawan alter ego, apa yang harus kita nantikan nih dari Rins?
Gak ada sih, gak ada.
Gak ada. Rins mau random hero atau apa enggak kan? Ingin memunculkan sesuatu?
Angela dia. Nanti keluar Angela.
Wes,
Ya.
Angelanya Rins.
Semoga aja dikasih.
Bang Kes Cute. Tapi kemenangan hari ini selesai. Kalian satu langkah lagi bisa mengamankan upper bracket. Sementara tim yang akan kalian lawan adalah tim-tim yang sedang berjuang untuk menuju babak playoff. Kemenangan hari ini ada yang ingin kalian sampaikan mungkin spesial? Ada RRQ juga ya?
Ini nih Arthur orang Surabaya.
Spesial. Area Surabaya. Ada Bibi juga ya di Surabaya ya?
Ya buat yang di Surabaya sama yang di sini terima kasih udah dukung hari ini. Ya jangan lupa dukung kita besok lagi.
Bahasa Jawa. Ojo lali mangan.
Ojo lali mangan. Akankah mereka memakan alter ego besok? Kita akan saksikan untuk match kedua dari RRQ. Di minggu ini RRQ belum usai. Perjalanan upper bracket masih akan berlangsung. Inilah dia, sambutlah RRQ HOSHI.
That is an interesting last mission coming in from, was it Tsujin or Tyron?
That was Dyron. That was
Okay,
Dyron
so
speaking for Suzujin.
It actually means, it's
Say it again. What is it?
jangan ocholali mangan.
Yeah? Okay. What
Don't
does that
forget
mean?
to eat.
Don't forget to eat. Lali mangan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whoa.
Hey.
The dialect.
Yeah,
oh,
he has the Javanese
yeah,
dialect.
ocho. Just like Bude.
Lali mangan eh?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. We got
Interesting.
some
Javanese here, boys.
Mr. Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Wide World.
Oh yeah, amazing man coming in from RRQ, and they keep their humbleness in stage also. RRQ, I mean Arashi actually said to me that he expects something more, a little bit of spice there
Yeah.
coming in from Idok and crew.
You know, I wish like he's saying stuff like, "Hey, we're just gonna try our best." I feel like they could like kind of spice it up, you know, say like, "Yeah, we'll just try and make sure that we can maintain this consistency." And maybe just add like, because if we do, then we're gonna win. You know, something like that. If they don't want to talk about other teams, they can kind of hype themselves up, you know?
Yeah.
But it's a culture that has to be changed slowly but surely. But looking at the highlights right here, who could it be? Who could be the player of the game, dude? Player of the match even. That was able to kind of turn the tides in favor of RRQ as Skylar takes a bite. Could it be him?
Is it Ida? Is it Tyron? No, it's a bird. It's Rinse, I believe. Yeah, it is Rinse, right? Yeah.
Are you doubting yourself?
It has to be Rinse with a performance like that, man. Getting the Fanny, there's already a Ruby to stop the Fanny, right? And then once you deal with the Ruby, it's like, oh, I can finally just cable around and kill everyone. Nope, we gotta terrify. On point.
Look at the difference, dude. Wishing Lantern.
Wishing
Wind
Lantern.
building no Winter Crown, yo.
Yeah.
Winter Crown Fu.
Winter Crown Fu ain't for us. Player of the match highlights here by our official gold partner, UBS Gold, where early on, with the Bane, they did a great job playing around the wind condition. And right here, against all that AoE, DEWA sticking around was just unexpected. And look at this, dude.
Oh, man.
How?
Miraculous.
How are you that clean? As a mage player, how in the world did you get out of that?
Well, it didn't get out alone. The whole team just really bails him out, but still, really good escape. But the one that really pretty much impressed us the most is this kind of plays, bro. As an assassin player, you know that Fixana has a lot of CCs, but you don't really see it coming, right?
Oh,
That's the pick.
and
It's
the
not
hesitant-
really the biggest CC coming in. That's why you kind of get caught off guard when the Terrify lands.
Oh, and look at that. Whenever it's a proper front to back, the god of Kacha, the X-Borg, no one can just withstand that damage. The DPS coming in for Skylar, well, it's DPS and burst, you can say. Burst coming from Rins, and the burst coming in from Sutsujin on the Bane as well. It's just such a good, a good team composition. And for DEWA, unless they really do something drastic, they just can't get through. And of course, when you least expect it, you must have forgot Ruby on the hands of Edok. It's just a whole different beast, dude. That was crazy.
What's crazier is we're going to see the comms here coming in from RRQ. That's in a second.
Gua gak better gua ke back sana kalau ini. Udah winter juga.
Back sana ya, winter.
Nggak ada back sih, atas yuk, masukin yuk.
Ayo, gua takut nih, gua takutin.
Berapa flicker Ruby, guys?
Gua ada ulti.
Belum ada. Nih, gua ulti aja nih, gua takutin.
Ruby aja.
Tarik.
Mau tunggu lor apa langsung?
Tunggu pelan-pelan. Ya, pelan-pelan.
Ini nggak ada wave dia, guys. Nggak ada wave, guys.
Nggak ada tarik dia, 5 second
Lihat
lagi.
Udah ada trik.
Depan ya, guys. Depan,
Ini
guys.
Ruby Ailos. Gua tarik tuh.
Nice.
Gua ada ulti. Nih, gua
Pandai,
ulti.
boy. Orang.
Lihat gua.
Aman lah.
Winter ya ini.
Turut semua.
Aman.
Nice. Alhamdulillah. Gua bisa pecahin export dulu, guys. Sabar, guys.
Ya.
Tunggu gua dapat momennya.
Tarik-tariknya dulu.
Depan dulu aja, lihat tuh.
Udah ulti gatot.
Gatot.
Yang ada kasih itu EV-nya.
Iya, guys.
Pikir.
Lihat tani dulu, guys.
Pecahin boy ya. Aman gua.
Mati ya.
Nice go. Lihat guys.
Pani ulti.
Lihat gua nih, guys.
Gua stun.
Nice boy.
Nice, Rins. Gelo itu dia loh, boy.
Hey, voice cracks are alright, man. It happens to the best of us, especially me. I can feel you, Tyron.
I mean, especially in the middle of all of the heated moments, if you can see his emotions.
He got that. He got that immortality. He broke the immortality, and he also had that thing.
It's like a reference. But yeah, at the end, he was yelling at the players of DEWA, man. Some emotions there. We talked even earlier about the jungle domination, but 3 purple buffs is painful, dude. We thought that with the X-Borg, with the Yeve, all of these zoning tools, the Avatar, the Guardian even, in theory, Ray should be able to make more plays happen. But RRQ HOSHI just says no.
What theory? Is what RRQ asks.
Crazy theory. And
Game
even
theory.
in the communications, it's still pretty clear cut. And even earlier, I heard something about, hey, 5 seconds. So they're timing a lot of spells there, whether it's their own spells or their opponent's spells. We have to kind of check again just to confirm. But man, down to the couple of seconds, that is how RRQ HOSHI is operating right now. And dude, the coverage. We talked again about Rin's play, how he's able to escape from death moments. But as you mentioned, Shevin, it's a whole team effort. And the fact that they know how to play around each other is just so good. And it allows your players to itemize more aggressively as well. The Wishing Lantern for Rins, The fact that Skylar just went for full-on damage, he was the assassin. We didn't see Ray do anything too crazy when it comes to burst damage and deleting someone. But Skylar, especially that final play where Keys was like, I'm gonna try and clear some waves, boom, where'd he go?
Look at that, 956 gold per minute for a Bane. There's a lot of gold there.
Yep. When it comes to farming, Bane is up there, man.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
clears super fast. And when it comes to damage, I would say he is number one. No, I'm not even joking. If you get snowballed on a Bane, you saw that crab claw cannon go through B-tricks to hit K's.
It's like
half of your HP,
Yeah.
brother.
It's like 1,000-something damage.
Half of your HP, or even better yet, in the late game,
and it ricochets.
if you get Sky Piercer, you're done.
It ricochets
One
off
shot,
minions. So you have infinite range basically as a Bane.
And it's so good in the front-to-back context because you're
Exactly.
going to be using it on the front line anyway, so it's kind of double benefit.
I've been preaching about the Bane for a while now, man.
You have, actually. Even for Evos, when we were talking about options, remember you were talking that, hey, Bane, not bad, not bad.
I've been abusing this stuff for like months, man. It's an auto win.
Mirko with the month ahead vision there. But look at the rest of the stats. The damage taken, damage dealt, it's actually not too far apart. Again, it all comes down to which moment and how decisive, whether or not the kills come through from those plays as well. And look at the kills, 16 to 10. By all means, it wasn't a full-on snowball. It wasn't a complete domination. But the fact that when the moment does come, RRQ are able to just get the decisive end to the game, almost a wipeout, 4 men down, leaving only K's. They've been able to consistently find moments like that, and that is just crazy, dude. So consistently.
I like the fact that they were pouring all the gold to the right member. I believe
Yes.
Sutsujin and also Skylar was like 11k gold. Meanwhile,